There are many people in Abia State in southeast Nigeria who are convinced that time has come for a sort of paradigm shift in the political and governance direction of the state. Not only that, the levers of governance has consistently been passed around a small but very influential clique of politicians since the state was created in 1991. Much of public concern emanates from the apparent failure of successive governments in Abia to improve the lot of the people. However, with just weeks to another governorship elections in the state, there seems to be another wave of expectations sweeping through the state. We have Bestman Eruba, a lawyer. He is the Abia State Publicity Secretary of the Young Progressive Party, YPP, for the forthcoming election. And he joins us now. It's good to have you with us. Now, YPP's chances in Abia State regarding the gubernatorial elections there. The PDP, Abia, and of course other political parties, APC, are no pushovers. How do you cope to change the narrative by attaining the mantle of leadership in Abia State?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Eruba. So you've heard, yes, you've heard what I just said. How do you hope to change the narrative in the politics of Abia, knowing that you are up against, a wide array of opposition there, the PDP and of course APGA and PDP as well? Bestman Eruba, okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, great. So, what do you make of the politics in Abia State currently? What chances do YPP have, regarding the elections?
Well, our chances are very bright. As of today, we have crisscrossed the nook and cranny of Abia with the message of restoration. That is the mantra of the Young Progressive Party in Abia State. We are moving from local government to local government, from ward to ward, preaching the message of restoration, the message of hope for the revival, the renewal, and the rebuilding of Abia. We have a very, very energetic, visionary, and dynamic young group of people that are the candidates of the YPP in Abia State. And we have a credible alternative to the wasted 8 years of PDP in the governance of Abia State. And we present a leadership that will transform Abia and set it back to the path of glory and make it indeed the first state in Nigeria and God's own state. So we're ready for the mettle of the hour.
All right, I want to hear from you, Eruba. Do you think that at the moment YPP has enough grounds covered to be able to replace the outgoing governor, Governor Ikpeazu? Because I must say, we look at the PDP, there is the APC, although their house is not entirely in order, but does the YPP have enough to be able to wrestle power and get that flag flying in the government house in Abia State?
Of course, by the special grace of God, after the March 11 general election for the governorship, the flag of the YPP will be in Abia government house. Today, we have made PDP to become the official opposition party in Abia. It is YPP that resonates in the nook and cranny of Abia. We have a message that carries hope, a message that carries our agenda, which is to renew infrastructure and the dilapidated social amenities, to bring back justice, equity, and fairness in Abia, to give opportunity for the young people to be gainfully employed, to give them education, to revive our dilapidated health facilities, and to pay the salaries and pensions and accumulated debts that PDP has owed pensioners, teachers, and health workers in Abia State, and to ensure that our abandoned roads that has cut off Abia from the economy of Nigeria will be fixed and revive the economy of the state through visionary leadership that is accountable, that is responsive to the wishes and the yearnings of Abia, as personified by the leader of our party and the flag bearer of the Young Progressive Party, Engineer Sir Enyina Nwafo, and his amiable deputy, Dr. Bestman Chima Anyaso. So we have a group of candidates that are leading the onslaught to take over the government seat for the National Assembly, the State Assembly, and indeed for the government house, and to return power back to the people. We have tried power to the people. We are now going to try service to the people, because nobody have served Abia in the last 20 years of PDP administration in Abia. And wherever you go in Abia, it is a decadence of infrastructure. People have lost hope in the government of the day. So the YPP presents an open door for a new and revitalized Abia state that will be anchored on inclusiveness, good governance, and the dividends of democracy. It is this message that we have taken to the 17 local governments of Abia and the 184 INEC wards of the state in the last 8 months that YPP resurgence has taken over the political landscape of Abia.
Bestman, we seem to have lost communication there. Bestman, if you can hear me. All right, we seem to have... All right, Bestman, we've been speaking with Bestman Eruba. He's representative of YPP in Abia State. I would like your take on this. Earlier, you talked about restoration and hope for the people, but how have you been able to make your presence felt at the local government level, which is widely regarded as the foundation of democratic norms and, of course, political structure? So give us an inkling of how you have also encouraged youth inclusiveness at that level of governance, and your hope for the elections.
Yes, the YPP has structures in the 184 INEC wards of Abia State. We have our ward executive, we have our local government executive, we have several support groups that have come in from other political parties where they have lost hope, to join the YPP. In the last 1 month of our gubernatorial campaign, and indeed the campaign of other candidates of our party, several groups of individuals, ethnic nationalities, social groups, pressure groups, members of civil society have continued to identify in groups with the message of the YPP, which resonates with the wishes and aspirations of the people of Abia. And so the structure of YPP is the people, the electorates who are willing to give us their mandates. YPP is present in the 17 local governments of Abia State, is present in the 3 senatorial zones of Abia State. YPP is present in the 8 federal constituencies of Abia State. YPP is present in the 184 INEC wards of Abia State. And we have the presence of YPP in all the communities in Abia, because we have taken the campaign down to the grassroots. We have left the ward engagements to now engaging with village leaders, community leaders, neighborhood, youth groups, market women, and members of the civil society in all the nooks and crannies of Abia State. You can take a visit to Abia, from our boundary with Enugu State. As you come through the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway, you come through Port Harcourt to where you come through Akwa Ibom from Umuahia or from Aba. What welcomes you to Abia State is the message of hope and restoration of YPP. And we have our presence across the state, and our people continue every day to identify with the message of YPP. And the reason is not far-fetched. We have candidates who have proven integrity, candidates that are competent, credible, candidates who have continued to serve the people in various fields of endeavor in all walks of life over a period of time. Candidates whose businesses and activities are verifiable are known to the people, candidates who they trust, so that is why it is not very difficult for people to join, because the candidates of our party personify the hope for a new Abia, and that is what the YPP is bringing on board. So we are on a rescue mission. Abia is ready for the YPP, and you'll be happy that after this election, the results will be very, very encouraging and overwhelmingly convincing that Abia is now YPP. We have turned PDP to the opposition party in Abia State.
Bestman, permit me to actually just interject at this point, because there are people in Abia State, and the discourse politically is centering on the fact that power should shift to the north, as against what is happening right now. And some are saying that they would rather vote for parties with candidates that are from the northern extraction of Abia State, as against those that are probably from the south, because they believe in rotation of power. It's not enshrined in the Constitution, but some believe in that. Talk to us about this, because it's almost clear that your candidate is not from the north of Abia State.
No. That is a misinformation. The truth of the matter is that Abia is made up of two political blocks, what we call the Old Bende and the Old Aba Zone. When Abia was created in 1991, the two blocks of Abia State donated 3 local governments from each block to form what you call the Abia Central Senatorial District. In essence, therefore, the two political blocks is the southern part of Abia State and the northern part of Abia State. So with 3 local governments from the northern part of Abia State, what you call the Old Bende or Abia North, we formed what we call Abia Central. And that 3 local government is Ikuano, Umuahia North, and Umuahia South. Then from the southern part of Abia State, which you call the Okwangwa Zone or the Old Aba political block, you have 3 local governments of Osisiomangwa LGA, Ishialangwa North LGA, and Ishialangwa South LGA. So with 3 from the north and 3 from the south, we formed what is called Abia Central. In 1999, when democracy returned in Abia State, the people of Old Bende produced Governor Ojos Okalu, who is now the Senate in the Senate as the Senate Majority Whip. He ruled for 8 years, taking the slot of Old Bende for 8 years. Then, instead of moving power to the south, he maintained power in Old Bende block and handed over to Governor T.A. Oji, who is also a senator in the National Assembly currently. And Senator T.A. Oji ruled Abia State for 8 years, making 16 years of Old Bende block. And in 2015, our brother, Governor Okezie Ikpeazu, who comes from Abia South, will finish his tenure in 2023 for 8 years. And that will be the first 8 years of the Okwangwa block. So it is only natural, it is only equitable, it is only just that the next governor of Abia State will also come from the Okwangwa extraction of Abia Central Senatorial District to complete the 16 years of the Okwangwa block, which has been taken by the 16 years of the
but some people still feel...
So the candidate of the YPP is not running against equity, is running against justice. His candidacy is fair and is equitable. He's coming from Osisioma. Osisioma is in Abia Central, which is the Ngwa side of the Abia Central. The Old Bende side of Abia Central has done 8 years, and the Old Bende side of Abia North has done 8 years, making 16 years. So it is remaining another 8 years for the Old Aba zone of Abia Central to take. And we have 3 local governments there, and out of those 3 local governments, our candidate comes from Osisioma, which is the rightful place for the next governorship to come. So we're not running against any moral question. We're not running against any injustice. Our candidate is prepared, he's qualified, and he has the right programs and the vision to lead Abia to the next level.
Indeed. Indeed. And on that note, Bestman, Eruba, a lawyer, publicity secretary of the Young Progressives Party YPP Abia State, we'd like to thank you for your time.